message, I believe, from Ukrainian special forces, if it were Ukrainian special forces who liquidated this guy.
Yes, clear rules, but they cannot do it in well, so they have such fate. Drones struck fuel facilities in the Astrakhan and Volgograd region of the Russian Federation. On the night of February 3, drones attacked many Russian regions. In particular, a gas processing plant near Astrakhan was attacked, according to Andriy Kovalenko, head of the Center for Countering Disinformation of Ukraine. So, Michael, how do you think? What does the trend of increasing attacks on Putin's oil and gas infrastructure tell us about, and how much do such attacks strengthen our position at the future negotiations table?
At the beginning, it strengthened our position at the war, not on the negotiation table, obviously. It was, by the way, very unique attack, the first of this kind. Because this Astrakhan plant, this is not just oil refinery, the regular oil refinery. By the way, Ukrainian army hit more than 30 different oil refineries during the war, out of 46 oil refineries. They have in Russia 46 oil refineries, and Ukrainian army struck about 30 of them. So this one was gas proceeding refinery, which is not just energy object. This plant produce from natural gas, produce polymer materials, which is very deep proceeding of gas. And this is rather unique, because in Russia we have only 4 big refineries from this kind. One of them in Astrakhan and one of them in Orenburg on Ural Mountains. By the way, this night we also tried to hit Orenburg refinery, the same refinery in Orenburg, but we didn't succeed. And 2 others Russians they have on Far East, which is very long distance from Ukraine, so we don't have technical possibility to strike. And this gas refinery stopped working this night. So it is 25% of oil of all the Russian gas proceeding. So it is very important from technical point of view, and we can't say how long it is stopped. It stopped its operation, but obviously we will feel the lack of some materials in Russian Federation, and this is military materials, also polymers. So this is first. Second, it is just a war, yeah. And in our war, we strike a lot big Russian, big Russian manufacturers, and the best target is gas and oil, because we have secondary explosive in this manufacturing. When you strike, for example, some timber production. You just strike with 40 kilo of nitro in your drone, and that's it. But here in this case, you have 40 kilo of nitro in your drone and some megatons of gas on the place. So you have second, third explosive on the place. So it is very, very effective from just war point of view, from the regular war. Speaking about negotiation, I'm not sure this is a part of negotiation, but interesting is another point. This technical possibility of Ukrainian army to hit so many targets of Russian oil and gas production means we use hundreds of drones per day, hundreds of drones, and this is huge, big drones, like planes, like small passenger planes. And from American side, we heard that United States finance production of these planes. And this is produced in Ukraine, but with American finance. So obviously, all of these targets we have today, they are, let's say, they were negotiable with Trump administration, I believe. So this is part of Trump program of hitting, pressing Russia and pushing Russia to negotiation. This is first. And second is the more sanctions. Yeah, this looks like one more sanctions on Russian gas and oil, and reducing production of Russian gas and oil, and reducing Russian gas and oil on world market, which is also part of President Trump program. So the good news that United States support us in these actions.
And I think, why doesn't Putin protect his gas and oil facilities, or is Putin simply unable to do it? It seems to me that Russia is large in territory, but weak in essence.
Yeah, absolutely impossible. We have, as I mentioned, we have about 45, 46 oil refineries plus gas refineries. Plus, we hit not only refineries, but we hit also storage of gas and oil, and together it is hundreds of points on all the Russian territory, which is absolutely huge. And we don't know what point we will hit today. We have some counter drone weapon, but this is not missiles. This is not missiles on each refinery. You can't put missiles on each refinery. You can only use some I don't know, rifles, anti-drone rifles. Yeah, and in each case, our army uses not one drone which hits the refinery. For example, average attack, as I know, see in the press and the reports, average attack on the refinery is 30 drones simultaneously. So, and for us, enough only one can get to the target. And this night, by the way, 3 of them got to the target in Astrakhan.
Yes. Donald Trump, USA president, says that his administration has meetings and talks set with Ukraine, Russia, and various parties. So how important is that Trump and his administration negotiate with Ukraine first and then with Russia? Does the order matter in this case? What are the parties involved in the negotiations? Is Trump talking about maybe? Is Trump talking about Europe and China, for example?
You know, the most philosophical but also practical question, it is what is the role of United States on this negotiation? What is the role? We were used during 3 years that United States is our ally. And the question is, in this negotiation, United States is our ally, or United States is just a middleman in negotiation? We don't need middlemen. We had a lot of middlemen. We had African Union as middleman. We had China. We had Indonesia. We had Hungary, Slovakia, Brazil. Who knows? So why we need United States as middleman? Not obvious. And middlemen usually bring some conditions to both parties. Take the condition from one party and bring them to another party and ask, are you ready to follow this condition or not? But this is not the case. We don't want some conditions from Americans. Russians, they push us. So we don't want Americans to push us. Russians put pressure on us with military way 3 years. We don't want some other force like Americans to press us in this negotiation. So that is the biggest question. And if United States is still our ally and not middleman, so in this case, obviously, we should have the common position, Ukraine and United States, and maybe also Europe, if Europe want to join. And only with this common position, we, by American way or Ukrainian way, doesn't matter, get to Russian Federation, to the Russian authorities, and discuss our offer for this negotiation. Till now, we don't see that works this way. Because Mr. Trump mentioned Ukraine and Russia in one sentence. I negotiate with Russia, I negotiate with Ukraine. And not we, Ukraine and US, negotiate with Russian Federation. Which is very non-pleasant point, let's say.
So in this case, does the order matter with whom Trump will first communicate, with us or with Russian Federation? Because our president, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, thinks that it is important that Trump should communicate first with Ukraine to build some plan how to speak after conversation with us, with Russian dictator Vladimir Putin.